Ahora sí, ya. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Como en todo evento siempre hay fallas técnicas al final, pero bueno, las pudimos resolver rápido. Voy a empezar de una vez con los pochismos, porque es el colegio americano, manejamos los dos idiomas y bueno, hay gente que no habla inglés, hay gente que no habla español, vamos a hacer nuestro mejor esfuerzo por acomodar a todos. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight and welcome to the third annual ASF Talks. We like to say that this is an event created by alumni and for alumni, but in the past few years, the event has grown and garnered some interest outside of the school. So we now like to say that this is an event created by alumni entirely, and for anybody who really wants to be informed, who wants to be inspired, and who wants to network. So we're very much more proud now than ever of this amazingly talented community. And just to give you an example, who in the audience was here last year? ¿Quién vino el año pasado? Perdón, es que la luz está fuerte y no veo. Ah, muy bien, varios. Bueno, you may remember Julio Salazar. Julio, ¿estás por acá? Julio is stuck in Mexico City traffic, probably, because he was going to come. Anyway, Julio had a venture called Fuck Up Nights. Fuck Up Nights is all about telling people how you've massively failed. And why is this so powerful and so important? Because I guess people learn more from failure than from success, is the thesis. Last year, Fuck Up Nights was in 80 cities around the world, and today, just a year later, it's in over 150 cities. That's a 90% growth rate with a 17% month-over-month rate. Obviously, this has caught on and people have found it useful. So he also launched an initiative called the Failure Institute to help influence public policy, to help entrepreneurs who are flailing, and many other things. Enrique Gaudet, I know he's here because I saw him a while. Enrique, ¿dónde estás? Párate, no seas así. Bien, gracias Enrique. Enrique was the first student who we invited to speak, and he was a junior last year. Enrique is graduating this year. He was inspired by the event, and he founded a club called Think Different. Think Different, he and some fellow students as well. Think Different is a club that's trying to dissect the problems that Mexico's facing. And they're trying to do something about it, to take action about that. So far, they've organized 3 events. One was about breakthroughs by people in Mexico finding a cure for cancer. Another one was about the problems with Mexican education. And the third one was about an alternative take on the war on drugs. So obviously, these are all very deep, very important topics for Mexico. So thanks, Enrique. Congratulations. Finally, we have Saskia Niño de Rivera. You may remember her very impactful presentation last year. Saskia could not be with us today, but she has an NGO called Reinserta un Mexicano. Saskia was nominated recently for the Nelson Mandela Graça Machel Innovation Awards. This is a global recognition given by an NGO called Be the Change, which recognizes breakthroughs in initiatives that are having a very strong and profound social impact. Es la única mexicana este año nominada en todo el mundo. Le deseamos lo mejor. Y solo para terminar, they recognized the efforts that she's doing transforming the prison system in Mexico. A huge task. Before we begin, we want to tell you a little bit about who we are, what's the Alumni Council, what do we do. So the Alumni Council is a group of former students, obviously. Where are you all seated? Sorry. Okay, we're spread around. But, you know, we're a bunch of guys who care about the school. And basically, the Alumni Council has one goal: to unite and strengthen the ties between alumni and the broader ASF community. So there's a number of ways to do this, but the way we've chosen to do this is to create 4, 5, 6 events a year. In the last couple of years, it's basically stabilized around these events that you see up there. If you want to be a part of this, reach out to us. We always need help. So the first one is ASF Talks. We kick off the year with ASF Talks, which is this event, obviously. Then we have the Run for Education. Who's been a part of the Run for Education? Probably a number of you guys. So the cool thing about the Run for Education is that a significant portion of the income generated goes towards scholarships for people at ASF. In case you don't know, this school has about 15 to 20% students on financial aid, and they're aiming to raise those targets. Paul, did I get the numbers right? Yeah? Somewhere around there. The point is, there's a lot more people on scholarships at this school than you would imagine. And events like these help raise those funds, as well as many other fundraising events that the school does every year. Then we have the soccer tournament, one of the favorites of the students. Who doesn't love playing soccer in Mexico? We have the Alumni Bowl, a football game. You can see the dates there. And then to wrap up the year, we have Career Day, where a lot of successful alums come as well. And they tell the kids that are about to graduate who need to choose a major what each major is about, and they just share their experience, and it's very helpful for them. So before we continue, just want to say we were very inspired in the TED format, and the TED format is just basically people sharing interesting things and doing interesting things, and we hope you feel the same way. So before we begin, Paul, our Executive Director for ASF, is going to address a few words to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Nico.
Gracias.
Thank you, Nico. I just want to welcome everybody on behalf of ASF. And over these past 3 years, working with the Alumni Council, seeing some of our prime examples of success and even failure, it really says a lot about our alumni. I'm convinced that our population, both current students and our alumni, can do anything they set their minds to. Tonight, you're going to see some great examples of that, and I'm so proud of what I see of our alumni on a daily basis and the grit they have. They're willing to take on challenges, and they are true leaders toward whatever they want to do. So again, I want to congratulate the Alumni Association, those that are going to speak, the wonderful art of Rafaela Freire that's in the lobby, and also some of the musical things that are going to happen. So I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here. Have a great evening.
Bueno, perfecto. Pues va a empezar. One of the things that the Alumni Council does for this event is research candidates, sift through what they've done, choose them based on impact, values, etc., a number of things. And then the actual planning and execution of the event. So the people who see on stage are not the only people involved in the organization of the event. There's a number of people, support functions, behind the scenes, and even sponsors that are going to give you the great food, the great wine, beer that you're going to drink tonight. And it's really a reflection of the collaborative environment that exists at ASF.